Hello, my name is Ilona, and today it's Thursday, March 28th, 2024, and I'm going to take a look at the energy of the month April. And of course, I already shuffled the cards in my Dutch reading, so if you want to see that, you'll have to take a look at my Dutch reading. But I've got the card in front of me. Very interesting card. I also want to mention, I've mentioned this before, I wish everyone a happy Easter. Of course, we have Easter coming up. Interesting time. I'll be taking time off next week, so I won't be making videos. I won't be on Telegram. I'm just going to, detox from all the internet influences. Obviously, I will be on the internet, but not to do anything, concerning these things. What I usually work with. I'm just going to take a step back and, heal, relax. Do things that I feel like doing. It's just completely open for me next week, and that's a great feeling. I truly like that feeling of having like nothing on the agenda and just the freedom to do whatever I want to do. So I'll be taking time off. Already wishing everyone a happy Easter before I forget. And I'll be back Monday, April 8th, 2024. And I'll see what is happening then at that date. I've already looked at it last week. I made a video about that. You can find it on my YouTube channel. And what I find very interesting is what I got from it. There's energetically going to be massive changes, and that will affect us, and that will have an effect on reality. I'm not sure if a lot of things will happening on that day. I'm sure there are certain things happening because the dark energies kind of are pushing that. But to me, it feels like that the most important change will happen energetically, and it's very possible that the pyramids will be activated. I looked at that Tuesday evening in my life, and of course I did a recap of my life, where I've also shared those cards about the pyramids. I think there are massive things happening right now. But in this video, I want to take a look at the energy of April. And the first three cards is the energy of April. So this is the Ace of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. So I feel that especially this month, it will be very like a new beginning with emotional. That's the Ace of Cups. Cups is about emotion, water, the element water. I believe because of all these energetic changes that it will be easier for a lot of people to connect with their emotion, and it's an opportunity to make like a completely different beginning emotionally. And when we connect with our feelings and emotions, things will move, things will happen. I do see that the focus for this month in April will be financially. It's the element of earth, and earth is like the pentacles is the element of earth, so it has to do with health, food, it has to do with finances. So I think it's focus on that. Things will be coming out about that. And we have the Two of Wands, and I think it's going to be very obvious more and more. There are a lot of people that are kind of stuck in this situation. They're a bit, there's this apathy, like, well, not much is happening, or they don't see where things are heading. And I think this month it's still confusing where we're heading, especially with the white hats and the black hats. I know there are people that don't believe in the white hats and think they're only the dark energies, and everything we see has to do with the dark energies. That's not my perspective. Always see what resonates for you, but I can understand that it's still very confusing, and some people will lose hope. And I think a lot of people are, scared of what is happening. They're stuck in this Two of Wands, so they don't really know what's going on. And I think in April, it's still not going to be very clear. But this will give everyone an opportunity to connect with your emotions and your feelings, especially when you feel like despair, feeling like it's not happening anymore. A lot of people are losing hope, and it's very important to connect with those feelings that you're feeling, with that feeling of despair, with the feeling of hopelessness, because those are things you can heal. It's in your energy, and I think we need to focus on that as well. You cannot be triggered by something outside of yourself if it's not in your energy. People cannot scare you if you're not frightened somewhere or you have some triggers in your energy. So this is a beautiful month to really step out of this, or at least I believe that humanity will have opportunities, especially with connecting with feelings and emotions, to step out of this apathic feeling of despair, not going anywhere. And I think that will get things moving. But the focus in this month will be health, probably things with stings. I think financially there are going to be more things coming out, and more scandals most likely. It's already starting, let's face it, with everything that's now of course going on right now. So much is coming out, but the focus will be on very earthy things: finances, health, food, things like that. So I think the focus will be on that, but it's still not very clear where this is going. So trust your own feeling, your own gut feeling. I truly believe that the white hats are there and helping us. That's my perspective, but always, see what resonates with you and what is your perspective. I do believe that, especially if you only see everything as dark energy, that, I can understand that you're kind of despairing and like, oh, this is not going the right way. So of course that's not really my perspective, because I don't feel like that. I feel I have this energy that everything is really going to be all right. I've had it for a very long time, and that's why of course I can make the videos that I'm making. That is my perspective, but always check with yourself if it fits with your perspective. There are things you want to work with. Everything is an opportunity. So especially with all the things that are coming up right now, don't see it as a setback, but see it as the chance to really grow and to see yourself as being strong enough to really take care on those very deep level, because these are the challenges that for this month. We've got the Sun, we've got the High Priest, and we've got the Knight of Swords. So I believe the dark energies are really going to do whatever they can. I do believe they're going to, start attacking with the Knight of Swords. I think we're going to see things more and more and boldly, and I think they really are at the end of the rope. That's how I view things. Of course, it has to do with your perspective, but it's still, I understand, very unclear where this is going, although I feel that this is really heading in the right direction. Things with children are coming out. They can be very challenging for people. But the dark energies are really going to try to trigger people, try to keep them at a very low frequency, because they need that low frequency. That's why it's so important to heal yourself, because then you'll be raising your frequency. So challenges will be that the dark energies are going to use anything and everything. It's going to be very obvious, especially for the people that have been, looking at this for such a long time. There are a lot of people, even for decades already working with this. It's going to be very easy to see it, and people are obviously watching my videos most likely will see it right away, what the dark energies, what they want, and it's going to be very obvious. And I believe that is purposely done so people can see it and deal with things that could be triggered inside of themselves. So it's going to be a tough month. That's the feeling I'm getting. It's going to be very obvious with the dark energies. They'll try anything, so it's going to be very, very challenging. The advice is the 5 of Pentacles, the 3 of Cups, and the 10 of Swords. A lot of people will be feeling left out, in the dark, no money, feel like they don't have enough, shortages of love, understanding, being heard. So many things will come up, and the advice is to really feel through those things and really end those convictions you may have, those old ideas that you don't deserve any better, because really there is abundance. Life is abundance. We need to step away from that. We need to see that as life is abundant and enjoy life, because that's how we can raise our frequency. They want to keep us here. They love us here because we're easily to manipulate, and they can take our energy and use it for all these things they want to do, all these agendas. They need our energy for that. But if we step into this, leave behind all those old convictions, old way of thinking, we will raise our frequency, and they won't be able to handle it. They won't be able to use that energy anymore for all those agendas, because it won't fit. They need a low frequency. That's what they live off. That's their food. And if they don't get that anymore, they're going to starve. They're not going to get anything, and they won't be able to program anything anymore, because they need us to program their world point of view, their agenda, what they want. They are not capable of doing that themselves. If that was the case, they wouldn't need us now, would they? So the Ten of Swords is about radical endings. April is a month to end things, certain situations, certain things, behaviors in yourself. It's really going to be a month to step in, to connect with your emotions and feelings. Again, that Ace of Cups is very important so you can move ahead. You know, raise your vibration and end things that just don't fit with you anymore. And it's important that we take that step, that we are not afraid to really end that lower frequencies. And we do that by healing things in ourselves so we can heal it. You know, it's the balance of the light and the dark in ourselves. That's how we can, you know, move away from that duality, especially the extreme duality that we have been in this, you know, free will zone, because everything is possible in a free will zone. And we really need to step up with that. So this month is really going to challenge us. I do believe with all these cards, this is going to be a very challenging month. At the end of the month, we have the King of Cups, we have the Page of Swords, and we have the Seven of Swords. So I do believe at the end of the month, it's not going to end, how to say it, there's still a lot that needs to be dealt with. I do believe, and I felt that in my Dutch video, that the media is going to be very obvious. Follow the money. It's going to show, especially with the Seven of Swords. People are still trying to get away with it. The puppets are trying to get away with it. But there's so much information coming out, especially with the Page of Swords. It's going to be so obvious. So I do believe at the end of April, it's not going to be completely worked out. I understand that people are hoping that we'll be in a completely different time, but I believe that this is really about energies coming in. So we start to balance those energies out. It's going to be very challenging. Especially with these cards, it's going to be a challenging month, but we can really grow. But things are going to be shown. I believe in the media at the end of April, it's going to be very, very obvious where they're trying to get away with things. And I think it will be up to each and every one of us to deal with it. But I also see the King of Cups. And I believe at the end of April, people are, you know, capable of really connecting with their emotions. This is about emotional maturity. And that is, of course, connected again with that Ace of Cups. That is like the energy, that connection, a new connection with your emotions and feelings, with your soul, with your intuition, with God. I do believe that at the end of April, a lot of humanity are capable, or at least have the opportunity in the energy, you know, energetically, to make that connection again. And that will help us, of course, immensely, because when people start to connect with their soul, with God, that of course leads to all kinds of connection, because, you know, humanity is connected. It has a massive effect energetically. And of course, with all the energies coming in, April 8th is going to be important. We'll just have to see how it's going to work out in reality. But I believe energetically it's going to be massive. But the King of Cups at the end of April means that we have a certain maturity. I believe that there's a possibility for people to really become more and more mature and deal with these emotions and feelings. So we won't be manipulated anymore that easily, and we can really start bringing in those energies, because that is what we are supposed to be doing. That's the Great Awakening. So this is what I've got for April. Happy Easter, and hope to see you, of course, on Monday, April 8th, 2024. And well, I wish you wonderful days ahead for this coming week. Bye.